Good, happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, World War II vet urn found returned by Rochester man. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
When you hear the word transparency, what comes to mind? Chances are that you associate the word with a...
Anthony Lewis was cleaning out an old home in Rochester when something caught his eye, even through the thick dust.
I looked down and it's a piece of marble, so it's a shiny material, and the gold scrawling kind of like lit up as the door opened and the sun shone across it. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And I looked down and I recognized the urn, and I picked it up, and there was a picture of him right there on the front.
Anthony was holding the cremated remains of Army Sergeant Chauncey Markham Sr. He served in the South Pacific in World War II and passed away 17 years ago at the age of 77.
And to live and come home, that was like, wow, I can't believe I found this. And
Anthony carefully carried the box and photos home, where he and his family turned to Facebook to find the sergeant's family.
I hit Facebook, and within 3 hours, we were getting responses from all over.
In one day, Anthony was able to return the urn to the sergeant's grateful family in Maine, feeling a deep connection because he also suffered a loss. His sister passed away just last month, and both families chose the 23rd Psalm to remember their loved ones.
It was his too, so I picked up the little eulogy card and I read it, and I was like, wow, it gripped me. So it kind of was like my sister and my higher power working together.
And he says it's no chance that their paths crossed.
It was a blessing moment.
In Rochester, Gene Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. "19-year-old found dead inside Hyatt Hotel." Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
It's an all-shade sale going on now. Styles and colors, selections, wow. Roller, solar, Roman, wood woven, no better time. This must be an omen. Cellular cascade shit, plead to the Lord. Nothing wrong with your windows, new shades wouldn't cure. Summer sun is here, it's time to begin. A beautiful home, it shines from within. 25% off, savings are right. Blinds to go. Blinds for life.
Tonight we're hearing the call that brought police to the Hyatt Place Hotel in Braintree at 8 o'clock this morning.
Male party in the lobby saying his wife isn't responsive in the bed. It's going to be room 220.
That is the police dispatch transmission after hotel staff called 911. Responding Braintree police finding the body of a 19-year-old female.
We saw the ambulance and the firefighters and police come. And we saw a gurney go up, but we didn't see anybody come down.
Guest is down the lobby.
Again, according to radio transmissions, police were told that a man had come down to the lobby saying that his wife was unresponsive in bed. Catherine Mendy checking in the middle of a suspicious death investigation.
It was crazy. It kind of made me iffy, but, it kind of made me not want to stay there. But, I already had my reservations.
Little actually confirmed, including the relationship between the man who alerted hotel staff and the young woman found dead. But according to the district attorney's office, the deceased was from Lawrence. The manager of the Hyatt Place releasing a statement this afternoon saying, "Our hearts go out to the victim's family. We appreciate the community's respect for their privacy during this difficult time." And tonight, potential guests calling the hotel were told they had nothing to worry. Calling the case suspicious, the district attorney says all active leads are being followed. Live in Braintree, Jorge Quiroga, WCVB News 5.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Carrie Stevens weekend celebrated in Wrangley Lakes region. let's take a listen to this video from WMTW News 8, Steve Minnick.
Connect. Sometimes the answer to getting a new car may be sitting right in your driveway. You might be able to get into a new Subaru for a similar or lower payment than what you have now. Patriot Subaru, Route 1, Saco.
This is Oquassic Cove, the very northwest end of the Rangeley Lake.
Kevin Sinnett guides a lot of tours this time of year aboard his Oquassic Lady. In summertime, the little village swells with thousands of visitors and the many seasonal camp owners from both Maine and away.
People come up here, the history of the area, the moose, but the lakes. The lakes really set it apart, the water.
So much water. The rivers, streams, and no less than 6 lakes which surround Oquassic have enticed sportsmen to this area for more than 150 years.
His name was Herb Welch, and he was the Babe Ruth of fly fishing in his day.
In the very beginning, lured here by tales of the amazing trout fishing from some of the most esteemed anglers in the sport.
Many of the personalities had national impacts, and coupling that with the natural resources, it's just something that's created mystique about Rangeley.
Nowhere is that mystique more celebrated than here at the Outdoor Sporting Heritage Museum, right smack in the middle of Oquassic's village center.
This museum is at the heart of the finest wild brook trout fishing in the United States. We're surrounded with fabulous wild brook trout waters.
Opened 7 years ago, the museum chronicles the famous people, the equipment, and the trout fishing heritage, which essentially put this remote region of western Maine on the map.
And he also trapped out of this cabin.
But more than just a tribute to fishing.
Folks come here that enjoy arts and literature, and it truly is a celebration of the human use of the region's amazing natural resources. From where it was developed at Oquassic Angling Association.
And they're pretty proud, they say. Any doubt, just head to the top of one of the many nearby mountaintops. You'll see lots of water, endless trees, and not much else.
What's wonderful about this area is the fact that the state owns much of the waterfront on these lakes, so you don't see the development in this region.
So very popular, yet still so unspoiled.
Our natural resources are just spectacular, and it still attracts people.
And many people will be there Saturday and Sunday for the Carrie Stevens weekend, but at the same time, the town's Lupin Fest will be going on as well, so no shortage of reasons to head for the Rangeley Lakes at Oquassic this weekend.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Very cool indeed. And where big banks make it through, stress test investors await cash release. U.S. banks made it through the last round of stress test relatively unscratched, setting investors up for news next week of payouts from the industry's biggest names. Virginia man charged with espionage. Kevin Patrick Mallory, 60, was arrested and charged Thursday with espionage and making false statements for allegedly delivering top secret and secret documents to a suspected Chinese spy. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday. See you back here later on today. Bye, everyone.